Morning everybody, EastSussexBiker here on another ride. Totally unexpected, totally unplanned. Can you hear that vibration? Doing my bloody head in. Anyway, I've done loads of things to this to try and stop the vibration from happening, and to no avail. The vibration investigation is ongoing. Benelli don't know what it is, or they say they don't know what it is. There it goes. Anyway, I have an idea that it might be in the beak. I've done various things around that area and the headlamp and everything else like everyone else, and without success, but I had to rule them out, and so the next point of call is going to be the beak. Right, rant finished. So today, apart from my new helmet lining and my new visor and pin lock, I have an Evikey MTC10 CarPlay unit, which I bought from AliExpress for the paltry sum of about £50. Fucking vibration. And here you see it before you. Now this unit comes with two cameras, which I haven't fitted, and I may do in the near future, but obviously they are for recording purposes only, and you'd have to dub your voice over the top of it because it's not like a drift, which is what I'm using right now. Anyway, easy enough to fit. Everything is integral. I've used the live feed from the camera plug, which comes on the Benelli. I believe there must be a camera plug on the front. There must be. I just didn't find it. So I ran the wire all the way to the back. And somebody said, oh, by the way, there's a plug there you can use. Nobody said there's a plug up the front you can use. Anyway, we'll find that at another day. Let the lorry through, he's bigger than me. Okay, mate. Well, you could have come through as well. Right, so where are we? Yes, so this CarPlay unit, it seems to be okay actually for the money. The only thing I found a little bit frustrating was the RAM ball mount connector from the unit to the mount on the bike, and that's because this unit kept dropping. Now fortunately I had an Ultima add-ons extension which I had on my BMW, and I found that the other day, and it's a metal one, so much more heavy duty, and it's got knurled grips on the inside of it which grip the wheel. And yeah, so I fitted that, and only fitted that yesterday, so I don't actually know if when I go over some bumps that it will drop. So we'll see. Today is the test. And in addition to fitting the bracket on the front, which I got from AliExpress as well, I fitted two 30mm bolts, which are longer, which go through the front screen just to allow for the thickness in the bracket that holds the CarPlay. Now the whole point of buying the CarPlay was because I like to keep my phone in my pocket I know a lot of people mount their phones on their bars and so on and so forth, but the problem with that, in the event that you should, let's say, have an off and the bike's over there and you're over there and you're injured, there is no way that you can easily contact anybody. I mean, I've got a double tap last number digit whatever dial on my helmet to the phone, but the trouble is I might not be that's all very well, but it might not go through to the person that I want. However, it is a contact, but if you rung a business, a bank or anything like that, you're not going to get very far. So yeah, but I just didn't want to keep having my phone in my on the bike for that very reason. I like to think that I'm not going to have an accident, but these things happen, whether you've done an advanced course or not. But I have to say that does help. It has helped, without any doubt, because I end up babysitting everybody around me to make sure that I'm safe. I'm constantly looking behind me now, so just in case somebody comes round at a rate of knots. So yeah, the Benelli, how's the Benelli going in general? Well, actually pretty damn good. Apart from that resonance from the front, everything is fine, and as you can probably hear it buzzing away in the background, and many people have reported this, and I've spoken to MotoGP about it, and I'm kind of working alongside them to try and sort the problem out. The difference being that they have more time than I do and more dealers to help get involved with that, so really it's their problem, not mine. But I'd rather ride my bike than have it in a dealership for months on end trying to find this resonance, only for them to tell me, yep, it's all done, it's cured, and it isn't. That's the way we are. They know I'm doing it, so it shouldn't void my warranty in any way, and at the end of the day I'm only taking panels off. We're not modifying, we're not putting or doing anything to the engine. If they don't like it, then I shall just simply say, you built a bike that rattles. Anyway, there we go. We'll see how things go. They assure me they are working on the problem, and once they've got a fix, they will, I'm guessing, let the dealer network know. And so over the last few days it's been really shitty. I'm on a late shift today, so that means I get to ride in the daylight, which is nice. Get to ride home in the darkness, which is very similar to my early shift, only the other way round. So I don't really mind. The only difference being that I'm a lot more tired at the end of the shift than I am on an early when I get up and like a sprung coil, kind of. So I've seen I've seen a couple of things on YouTube where people are saying, oh well, the season's nearly over now and we'll be putting our bikes into storage and blah blah blah. That's never been something that I've actually done, and simply because there may be days like today, on the odd occasion during the winter period, and I guess we're talking heavy winter period, maybe December, January possibly, I don't know. We may have a very mild winter, who knows? And if we do, yahoo! But anyway, just got to wash the bike. Now then, moving swiftly on to washing the bike, I treated myself, because my last jet wash packed up, to a muck-off jet wash, which I have to say, for £130, with some chemical and a post-clean spray, which I tried. I don't know whether that's going to help long term. I doubt it. The bike is quite dirty at the moment. I'm not going to say that that spray will help when it gets clean, but I think it certainly makes it look in a showroom state once you've finished cleaning it. There's a lot of black on this bike, as I'm sure there are on most, but this is a lot harder to clean than the BMW K, because it has spoke wheels, and although it has a bit of a fairing, it's nothing like the fairing on the K. Obviously, that does make the K very much more easy to clean. I've never owned a adventure bike style bike before. But I am enjoying the sitting up position, which was very similar to the one on the BMW R1200 RTB X-Police bike that I had. The K-Series BMW I've got is a bit like a sports touring type position, riding style, but it's okay. I went to Wales on it and back, and that worked very well. I was very pleased with that. Didn't suffer too badly, to be honest. Going to France on this on the 24th of October, so it will be interesting. Does anyone else get cramp in their hip muscle? It comes and it goes, it comes and stays, and it's bloody painful, so you end up doing the Macarena until it goes, and then everything is fine again. I tend to tense up a lot on the bike. I don't know why, I just do. So I just have to think about relaxing more. Bike sales, they're not good, are they? Although I bought this outright, and lucky enough to buy this outright. But my dealer, JW Groombridge, near Heathfield, has gone bust, and it seems that quite a lot of other dealers are going the same way. Is it because people can't afford bikes, or is it that people are just not buying bike for a similar reason? You know, they're not replacing them. I'm guessing that's the deal, but there you go. So the motorcycle industry is on a decline, and prices, I think, will probably tumble, which will make your second-hand bike become a gift, a giveaway, because it won't be worth what it was. Now, I've still got the BMW K series, the 1300S, and I was going to sell it. And for that very reason, after somebody coming round and picking it to bits, being an absolute arsehole, and the funny thing was with that was he wanted to ship it to Poland. Now that's all well and good, but I ain't taking money off to subsidise him to take it to Poland. So I said to him, I don't really think this is the bike for you. The guy who turns up on a 1000 RR BMW's like, come on mate, you're taking the piss. You've got a nearly new bike, a very expensive bike, and you're talking about giving me £2,000 for a bike that new was about 11 grand and has a value of probably realistically about, let's say, 4. It's in nice condition, been looked after, all service stamps, and I've looked after. So yeah, that is what we're up against, and I just don't know where it's going to go, and I've no doubt that the car industry is probably the same. Now that's all right for buyers, so it's a buyer's market, but if you're selling, you're going to have less money to put into your new purchase. What else have I done? Oh yeah, so this is a bit of a catch-up really. I bought myself a new jacket and trousers, which is like it's a mesh jacket and trousers come winter summer type affair, and I bought it in green to match the bike. After much high vis in my life, as my friend Steve will verify, I've kind of adopted the same policy as him, and basically it doesn't matter what you do on a bike, people are never going to see you, even if you're right in front of them, because they still hit you up from behind. And so at the end of the day, yes, I've got a a flow coloured helmet. Anyway, I've got a yellow I bought a while ago, and it does go quite well with this, but I've recently gone back to this white helmet of mine, the Viper, and I've realised how good the helmet is actually. Yeah, so forgot where I was going with that. Yeah, high vis. Yeah. So basically this suit is very cool to wear, not as in your baby, but as in, because I get very hot, I'm very warm now, but then I've got a polo shirt on, I've got a sweatshirt on, which is all company gear, and mainly that's simply because later on in the day, once the sun goes down at the airport, it does become very cold, and it obviously on an airfield it's very, very windy at times, although it can be glorious. Come on Jeremy, hurry up. And therefore I wear that in because I shall be wearing it on the way home, and I've even got a fleece in the panniers just in case. But this suit anyway is quite good. It seems to be, I do like the cool air. I'm very hot, and again I don't mean, I do get very warm. I think it's something to do with the male menopause, of course, and yes, I'm living with that. I am of that age. I was 62 earlier on this month, on the 8th. So put a note in your diary for the 8th of October. EastSussexBiker will be 63 next year. God willing. Anyway, lovely day today. Very autumnal, of course, as you'd expect. Fortunately, there aren't many leaves on the floor, and the road is nice and dry. It's moist in places. These Pirelli Scorpion knobbly things, tyres that is, they're really good, really good. I'm very impressed with them, and you know, they're like a dual purpose tyre. And even if you go over like the just trying to think what they're called now, the grids in the road which we've got at the Ashdown Forest to stop the animals straying, you don't even feel it going over them. It's bizarre. Whereas with the BMW it's like a rumble. With the Royal Enfield it's a job to stay on. But with this you really just don't notice it. Oh, the other thing I was going to say about this Spinelli is that it does suffer at low speed with this lean mixture business that's going on with a lot of these bikes now, because they're Euro 5, so they run extremely lean. But I found that if I run it in a higher gear, obviously I'm accelerating or pulling and it's not so bad. You know, others may differ with that. However, Uncle Wang's shop, yes, you heard me right, Uncle Wang's shop online, he does a lot of things for this Benelli and others, and other things, Chinese and what have you. Yeah, he's got an ECU which is Euro 4, and basically about 120 quid. Not expensive, is it, really, considering? And I know that a couple of owners from the Facebook group have bought one, and they've said it's definitely made a difference to this, you know, jerky, slow, moving traffic jerkiness. I have to say, yes, I have found it a bit frustrating, but not as much as that bloody buzzing that's coming from the front. And I've kind of learnt to live with it, to be honest with you, this jerkiness. Do I want to spend another £100 odd? Because I cheekily said, is there any further discount on this ECU? And funnily enough, they said, well, we can give you 4%. So it takes it from 113 113 to 108, I think. Now, I'm not sure whether that includes shipping or not. I doubt it. Now, I was going to go another way today. What way was I going to go? I'm going to go, because I've got time, I'm going to go left here and then past Tully's Farm, if you know Tully's Farm. And I'm hoping to come out around the perimeter road, so I may have to go through 3 bridges and all that business, which is not ideal. Anyway, we'll see where we go. I may have to pretend that this buzz is part of the excitement and the experience of the Benelli TRK 702X. Just listen to that lovely ringing sound of its buzzing engine. Now I've got hip cramp in my left hip. Oh, I'm absolutely boiling if I'm honest. Now, you can get a bigger screen for these, and that's another reason why I don't want to get one, because I get so warm. I mean, my riding equipment is not expensive riding equipment. This is a Frank Thomas jacket and a Frank Thomas trousers, which I've ripped around the crutch area. However, that adds to the cooling, except for when it's raining, then it's water cooled. Yeah, I haven't worn my new suit for a while. I've just been greedy and having too many suits. Anyway, so my intention with this buzzing noise on the front is I am going to, as a test, remove the splash shield underneath the beak, and I'm going to insulate it with some bubble wrap or something quite tightly, just to give it a little bit of pressure to see if it cures it or helps with it, and then we'll try it. Excellent road placement, Grant, well done. Cheers, Steve. Taught me everything I knew. He didn't really, it was Howard. Well, both of them really. I've got to say though, this is great fun, this Benelli. I mean, whatever people think of the Chinese bikes, it's got a Kawasaki engine in it, which is bored out to 698, I think it is. I think it's got 75 horsepower. So when you buy one of these, although it's Benelli design, and the Benelli design, the actual idea was, we want a BMW GS. I guess it's as close as it'll get, unless it has a boxer engine in it. Now, I might go terribly wrong trying to find this perimeter road, if I'm honest, so... Well done, mate. Cheers. Didn't even look, did you? I'm sure he saw me out the corner of his eye and just felt that he'd got it covered, so... I know where I've got to go. This does pop back really nicely. It sounds brilliant. I love it. It's almost as good as the K1300 with an Akrapovic exhaust on it too. This doesn't. This has got a standard exhaust on it, but it's great. It's nice. I can slip out early morning, around 2 o'clock in the morning, 2:30 from my neighbour, because I keep this in my neighbour's garage. And nobody hears me. It just burbles along, and everybody's happy. It's a bit different with the BMW though. That's a little bit louder. I was just trying to remember where that bit of road came off of. No, we don't want to go into the crematorium, Grant. That's not the way forward. We'll take the next one. This is where we want to be. Thank you very much. This is quite a pokey little thing, really. I mean, you're never going to win a race with it as such, but then again, when you've been used to something more powerful, this is all changed. Blimey, this is all new. Once upon a time, this road had nothing on it but fields. Has anybody found that wearing a visor with a pin locket and wearing glasses is completely pointless? Nevertheless, come the day when my eyesight heals up and gets better, or I get contact lenses, it'll be there for the use of. I'm sorry, I do talk some shite sometimes, but passes the time. It's a little bit of video I can cut out. Now here, the Greyhound, this is where they hold the Marbles World Championships. And that little white thing, if you wind back, is where they do it. It's quite an event, it's very good. I've been to it a couple of times. There are signs for Gatwick. How interesting, how wonderful. So let's follow them. Let them go, Grant, let them go. Yeah, we're free. I might even get to like this route. Almost got my knee down. Okay, so this end of the runway is 08, and you'll see the lights in a minute. They were using runway 26 this morning, so they're taking off away from this. So when they come over here, it's runway 26. When they go over it that way, it's runway 08. So 08 over the gate, 26 over the sticks. That's the way we remember it. Well, so far the CarPlay system hasn't dropped, drooped, fallen, which is extremely good news. Now I've got to go left here, methinks, Service Road. At about 11 o'clock. This will take me down to the roundabout, so I could go straight on. Yeah, I think I will. Because I'm only going to go down there, so I've got to go up and come down. What I wanted to do was go across there. Right, so you have to use the service road, Grant, next time. It's one of our little beauties. Keep an eye on what's going on around us. There's a massive pothole thing there, look. They have tried to make it better. They have succeeded in making it worse. And there we go. We are at the North Terminal, or as good as. So thank you everybody for watching. Hope you found it informative. Any comments, please leave below. Subscribe, like. Thanks awfully everybody. Thank you and goodbye from the EastSussexBiker. Ta-ra.